What's going on, guys? It's Drewliveryboy, and welcome to today's Fortnite video. I've had a lot of you ask about how I make my Fortnite thumbnails, so in today's video, I'm going to show you how I do this step by step. Let's get it. So the method that I use to make my thumbnails is Procreate, and we're going to go ahead and set these pixels to 1280 by 720, and we're going to make sure our color, our playback settings, and everything is good, and then we'll go ahead and start. From there, we want to go over here to Safari or Google, and we want to look up backgrounds. So I'm going to look up a purple background, and I see this one here immediately. So I'm going to go ahead and save that, and we're going to use it in our project. I'm going to go ahead, and I'm going to apply it here in my Procreate, right here. And I'm going to go ahead and stretch it out, and there we go. Perfect. Now from here, I'm going to go back to Safari, and I'm going to look up a gray background now. And I'm going to do this for the Elite side of things because the last video I made it to Elite, and I'm going to grind to Unreal, and I'm going to scroll down to see if there's anything else, and I don't see anything. So we're going to go back over here to Procreate, and we're going to go ahead and add this layer. And now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take half of it with my snipping tool, and I'm just going to get rid of it. Sweet. So now that we have our background done, what we're going to do is we're going to look for a character that we want to use in our thumbnail. Any of these is perfectly fine. Really, all you've got to do is get the character model. So that's why a lot of the time you're going to look for something like this that has no background but has the checker background. So we're going to go up top. For my specific video, I'm going to use Aura because that's exactly who I used while I was grinding. And I'm going to look for the one that I used. So this one's pretty good, but you can see that it's kind of blurry. So I'm going to click this one right here, and this is actually the exact skin I used. So I'm going to go ahead and save this one, and I'm going to go back over here to Procreate. And now that we're back in Procreate, I'm going to go ahead and add a photo, and I'm going to take Aura, and I'm going to place her in the middle. Now you can see that she's kind of giant, so I'm actually going to pull her down and make her a little bit bigger so we can cover the seam in the center. So this is what it's going to look like. It's going to be a little bit blurry if you zoom in super far on it. So a lot of the time, what I like to do is actually just make it even bigger. Now from here, I'm actually going to sharpen the photo, and the reason why is because once it gets a little bit bigger, those pixels are starting to get blurry. So I actually want to pull that sharpness all the way up and then all the way down just to see what the difference is going to be between them. And personally for me, I like to have the sharpness really high. That way when you're zoomed out really far like this, you'll be able to have a clearer picture. So we're going to go ahead and pull her down and make her even bigger. Set her here in the middle. And just like that. So next, we're going to go ahead and add our Unreal emblem on the right-hand side with the purple. And we're just going to place it over here. And that's pretty gigantic. So I'm actually going to make it a little bit smaller. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And then we're going to go ahead and add our Elite emblem. And it's pretty small. So I'm going to size it up comparatively to this one. And I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. And I'm going to place it. And that looks good. So just like Aura, I'm also going to sharpen the Elite emblem as well as the Unreal emblem just to kind of bring out the pop in it just a little bit more. And overall, I really like this method. I think it makes things look just that much better. Sweet. And now that we've done that, we're going to go to FortniteFontGenerator.com, and we're actually going to go ahead and make some words on here just to make it more appealing. So let's start with Unreal. And then you can make this any color that you want, but for my specific purpose, we're going to make it white. And then we're going to go ahead and generate it. And the problem with white is you can't see it, so you kind of have to tap up here at the top until you find it. But we're going to save it. We're going to come back over here, and we're going to go ahead and add our photo. And then we're going to throw it under our Unreal emblem. And then from here, what I like to do is I actually like to duplicate this. And then on the bottom one, I'm going to take the opacity down to 50%, just so I can make a shadow for the top layer. And then I'm going to move it down and to the right just a little bit until it looks like that. And then we're going to go ahead and do the same for the Elite emblem as well. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to size it up to the same size of the Unreal text. And then I'm going to move it over here under the emblem. And then I'm going to do the same exact thing as I did with the Unreal word. And I'm going to make a duplicate of this layer. And then I'm going to take the bottom layer and I'm going to take the opacity down to about 50%. And then I'm going to move the shadow of this text down to the right. I'm going to add some percentages and some numbers above the Elite and the Unreal just to show my progress. So I added 16% to the Elite side because that's what I ended up ranking in my video once I got past Diamond. And then to spice it up a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and add the number 1 to the Unreal side just to make it look like I'm the best player in the world, even though I know I'm obviously not. But that's what it looks like. And I also added the remix logo just to show what season it was, which this is something personal. You definitely don't have to do this every time. It's more of a personal preference than anything. Yeah, it's just something that I like to do. And that's the finished product here. So what do you guys think of that? Was this pretty simple? Is this a method that you guys are going to use? If you'd like to see me do another method on this, maybe using an Android or using a computer or anything like that, go ahead and leave a comment down below. But if you wouldn't mind liking and commenting on the video, just tell me what I did good or did bad, and then subscribing to the channel so that we can hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, then that would be awesome. Anyways, this is Drewliveryboy, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.